Smile 2 saw the Smile entity going to new extremes to terrorize its new host, Skye Riley, Naomi Scott, and her constant drinking of Voss water hides a dark reality thanks to the entity. Park Finn's psychological supernatural horror movie Smile was a surprise hit in 2022, so it's not surprising that a sequel was greenlit the following year. Simply titled Smile 2 and with Finn back as director and writer, the sequel continues the streak of deaths by the Smile entity, which has become more horrifying and chaotic in how it haunts its hosts and feeds from their trauma. Skye is a famous pop star recovering from a traumatic car crash that killed her boyfriend, actor Paul Hudson, Ray Nicholson, and from substance use disorder. Skye becomes the new host of the Smile entity after witnessing her drug dealer killing himself while possessed by the entity. Skye begins to have very vivid hallucinations everywhere of everyone around her wanting to hurt her, also putting her at risk of relapsing. Throughout Smile 2, Skye is seen drinking Voss water every time she feels the need to drink or do drugs, but there's a darker meaning behind this specific habit. The Smile curse uses the Voss water meaning against Skye. The Smile entity was especially cruel to Skye. Skye looking back in fear in Smile 2. Skye explains in Smile 2 that chugging a bottle of water is a strategy recommended to her by one of her therapists. The point is that every time Skye feels the need to consume alcohol or drugs, she drinks an entire bottle of water to give her a sense of control and satiate the desire for other substances. Skye does this multiple times throughout Smile 2, but the big twist at the end of the movie brings out a dark meaning and reality behind Skye's water habit, as it shows that the Smile entity used her own coping mechanism against her. Smile 2 ends with Skye on stage on the opening night of her show, revealing that many of the movie's events were just constant hallucinations caused by the entity. Moments like all of Gemma's appearances, Skye's time at the hospital, and her final meeting with Morris never happened, and there's even one scene at her apartment where she drinks a bottle of water and later finds the same bottle complete, showing that she had just chugged a bottle of water in a hallucination. Through this, the Smile entity gives Skye a false sense of control that also helps it make her believe that what she's going through is real. This is further proof of how quickly the entity took over Skye in Smile 2, which was a much faster process than with Rose in the first movie. Smile 2's Voss water trick makes Skye Riley's story more tragic. Despite her best efforts, Skye couldn't regain control. Naomi Scott as Skye closing her eyes in Smile 2. Even though Skye was said to have recovered from the accident and her substance use disorder, the truth is that she was still struggling, mostly due to unresolved trauma. The Smile entity feeds on its host's trauma and pain, and the water drinking was the only thing that gave Skye some much-needed sense of control amid the madness of the tour, her mother keeping a close eye on her, and her inner demons. The Smile entity used this against her and made her believe she was in control when she wasn't anymore, making her story more tragic. Unfortunately, there was no way for Skye to get rid of the curse and cheat the Smile entity, as the latter proved to have become smarter and crueler in its ways, leaving no way out for its hosts except by killing someone in front of another person to pass on the curse to them. The Smile entity using the water bottle strategy against Skye shows that she was never going to be in control again, and that it goes to extremes to torture its hosts at very deep levels.